And a clean landing. Clean landing. Hey, nerds, and welcome to The Gutter. This is episode 7 of the Gutter Nerds podcast. My name is Steve-O. With me, as always, is a heaping pile of shit to give away. And so follow us. When we get to 50 followers, there's our follower count down there. We'll be able to give you guys some games. And
heaping bowl of staple sauce.
Oh, that was good. Strong Bad was the shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Joining me today, award for Best Elbow Thrown goes to Lauren. The award for Sneakiest Critical Stab goes to Shark.
Oh, yeah, I totally buy it.
And the award for Ballsiest Move that almost worked was Chuck. We're going to do our What You've Been Playing at the end of the podcast. What we're going to do today is we're going to give away awards based on characters in games, and discuss characters slightly. So if you guys have nominations for any of the categories that we do, feel free to put them in the chat. Let us know if the winners are just way wrong. If like, no, fuck that, someone else should have won that one. We want to hear from you. So if we want to start with the first,
that would be
we
me.
have visuals for you as well. We will start with the first category.
I got first. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the best use of dual-wielding guns. Because everybody knows after watching Desperado, bang, 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 from both your hands, fucking awesome.
You can get me to like almost any movie if there's someone dual-wielding pistols.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm
Saints?
right there.
Why
Boondock Saints is good. Yeah, that's good.
All right. Our nominees, however, video games. The first one, Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Do you prefer Dante, or the Ebony and Ivory, since we're talking about the guns, and the character a little bit? Do you prefer the Dante from DMC or from Devil May Cry?
Okay, I'm actually kind of mixed on this one. I, believe it or not, like the Ninja Theory Dante, but I prefer the original Ebony and Ivory because they look more like guns, and these look more phallic than the revolver from Shadows of the Damned.
Yeah, a little bit.
Was supposed to look.
They look more like fantasy guns in this one,
right,
than in the other one.
Whereas in the original, they look more anime.
Magic missile.
He does have infinite ammo.
He does have infinite ammo, and I voted for this guy because his dual wielding thing was such a big deal, and everybody was like, why can't you individually target with both guns? And then remember, in DMC 2, they finally let you do it.
Sorta. Like he auto-targets a second enemy, right?
Yep. You can see the target reticle on one, and then you can manually target another one, I think. Okay. So you hold the target, and then you just like, da-da-da.
Oh, yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to be able to use like the two sticks.
With
different guns, you know what I mean?
Wouldn't that be cool?
I don't know how you do that.
All right, anyway, moving right along. Next one, the Master Chief from the Halo series. I added this one because the ability to dual-wield guns was so big that it became one of the primary selling points of Halo 2. Remember during the launch trailer? Like he pops up out the other end of that other side of that mountain, and he's got that submachine gun, and then all of a sudden he goes,
he pulls up the
bam, I got a second one, bitches!
E3 goes, ah!
Oh, it was, everybody just lost their shit on that one.
I remember Red vs. Blue when they were doing like, because they had been using the Halo engine for their shorts and stuff. So when they get to Halo 2, they're like, now you can wield two guns. And he goes, why couldn't we just do that before? And he goes, well, you're allowed to now, don't worry about it. He goes, also, warthogs can explode. Why the fuck would we want that? Like,
It's a trade-off.
Yeah.
So, next one. Talking about weird manual automatically targeting, Steve Burnside from Resident Evil Code Veronica. This was actually the first time I ever saw dual wielding in a video game. Not only that, my first experience apparently was an automatic lock-in. But here's the thing. Hold this for me if you would, please, studio audience. Thank you very much. Whereas with locking on a target in DMC 2, you would lock on one, and then the other hand would kind of shoot at other enemies, right? But since this is Resident Evil, you have to hold a button to start to use the gun. And when you did that, Steven just had this crazy-ass... He would pull his guns out, he would go, hey, and then he would just randomly lock on at two people. And were they one-hit kills every time?
With those Lugers?
With those golden Lugers, yeah.
It was high damage, I think.
Oh, it was extremely high damage. I remember that.
He
It
looks
felt
like an edgy 90s version from Japan, Boy George.
He looks... I when I first saw him, I actually thought he looked like a redheaded Leonardo DiCaprio.
He had sort of
And
one of
he
those.
was really whiny too.
He was whiny, and also like this was one of those sort of like in the second Silent Hill film where the boy like fawns over the girl so much, and she sort of doesn't give a shit that he's there.
Yeah.
And so like later she's like, "Oh, Steve, oh you're dead. You're about to die. That's a bummer." He's like, "I love you, Claire," and she's like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm
oh.
going to turn into a monster now. And last on the list,
Oh, not last on the list.
not last on the list, a recent addition was Bayonetta. And I am actually really sorry that I forgot Bayonetta.
Yeah,
because
I added this nomination.
When I
Swiggity swooty.
oh god, that booty. When
Is that the follow-up to what you said? Like, do those phrases go together?
Yep.
Okay.
when I think Bayonetta, I actually don't think about the gunplay.
Really?
I think about all the melee stuff.
Bayonetta was sort of like
It's
the
very
Devil May Cry. Yeah.
And I didn't think about that until he mentioned it. Like, oh yeah, I feel like a real idiot for forgetting Bayonetta.
You
So-
numbskull.
Yeah. Now we're going to go a little older with the next two. Our next ones are going to be from the Sunset Riders series, Billy and Cormano.
So Bob and Steve don't dual wield.
They do dual wield. The thing is, everybody in this game dual wields.
Okay.
All the good guys do, because you
Was
start off.
was this Super NES game?
This was Super NES, Sega Genesis, and originally for the arcade.
Okay.
What
remember
happens
it in
is
the arcade.
you start with a single gun, and then you get one power-up that allows you to do rapid fire, and then you get another kind of power-up that allows you to dual wield. So all four characters can dual wield. And my original idea was going to be Cormano and Bob, because they dual wield shotguns.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. But then I had to include the pistoliers too, because they do this number here and allows them a whole lot of coverage when they shoot. So
and
very useful.
Guys, if it's being laggy or something, I apologize. It might be us or it might be Twitch. Because we're already rolling, I'm just going to keep it going, and it'll be on YouTube in its entirety because we recorded it at the same time we stream it. Right. I apologize. Game Guy asked if Kratos and Starkiller are on this list.
No, and
You
no.
said specifically
Tracer.
guns.
Yes, I did
Tracer.
say guns. Tracer from Overwatch. I completely forget about Overwatch because I am purposely.
You've had no
blocking it from my memory.
experience. You have no experience with Overwatch.
Yes, I have no experience with
Okay.
Overwatch.
Right.
All right, and our final nominee for best use of dual wielding is Bill and Lance.
Those
from
are big
Contra 3D
guns.
Alien War. Now, what they do is this: you have a rifle,
Yep.
and then in this game they introduce the opportunity to switch between weapons. Right, you hit a button, and you went from a machine gun to like a spread shot, and then you could if you died with one gun, you would lose that one, but you still have the other one.
Interesting.
But if you held the L and R buttons together, it would go from shooting, and then hold the L and R, and you go, boom, and you would have both guns on both your side. And then when you jumped, you spun in the air and you fired both guns at the same time.
In like a circuit, like all around you.
Like you know the Contra flip jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that, but you're shooting both guns at the same time. Right? That is why I included that. But they did not win. Who did win? I gave it to Dante. Because like I said, this is the first time that I've ever seen it successfully implemented. Now, yes, Steven did it first in my recognition, and Halo made it big. But Dante, up until... I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it like DMC2. Like, ever. So, I gotta give it to him just because he gives you the opportunity to lock on and shoot other targets at the same time.
So my favorite Dante might be from Devil May Cry 3 because he's that impetuous kid kind of thing. It was a
He's
prequel.
just starting out.
But in DMC, when they sort of rebooted it and did his, I really liked him. I think I give the edge to 3 just because he was a little more Ninja Turtle-y, like it was cartoony. DMC, obviously these are very, goofy games in a way, but Dante from DMC was more, just for lack of a better word, real, like a sort of like in more of an emo kid. And
Which he
you would
was
think,
supposed to be.
well, he was supposed to be, and I love the character, but I just like that sort of that Ninja Turtle-y, almost Saturday morning cartoon style of Devil May Cry 3 was, I really like that, Dante. And Odin's Missing Eye says Akimbo Judge Pistols in Black Ops 3. I haven't played any of the Blops, but that would be your player character, I imagine.
I haven't either. But you still don't have the ability to lock onto multiple targets at the same time.
That's true.
You can't. I've never seen any other game do that except Devil May Cry 2.
What about James Bond's dual wielding in GoldenEye?
I've never seen it happen there either. But even then, first-person game, all of your focus is right here. So you're locking onto this dude and this dude at the same time. With Dante, you're locking onto this guy and you're locking onto this guy here. Why fucking herb? So, yeah.
Could you do that in, was there a Jet Li game? Or
Rise to Honor.
Did Rise to Honor you could shoot in two different directions?
I think.
Like in the slow-mo, you could shoot at two different things?
Maybe? I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't remember.
That was cool.
Bullet time.
All right, Think Shark has the next category, if I'm not mistaken. Do you have a number 2 written on your thing? All right,
yes,
fantastic.
I do. All right, our next nomination is for the most annoying sidekick. And our nominees are...
Me!
You know what? That joke didn't even enter my head. Didn't even come anywhere close.
You know why?
I feel like you did that to get out in front of it and didn't even occur to me.
No,
know
like
why?
it just popped into my head as soon as you offered it. Like
It's clear that it's Calvin.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Cal, where the fuck are you, man? We love you.
All right, so first of all, we have Navi from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
So what's annoying to you about Navi?
Listen!
Listen!
Listen! Hey! Listen!
But see,
Listen! Listen!
What is it? What is it? Like I remember thinking like
There's a
I wanted
bridge.
to grab her like
That's what it is.
this
There's
thing
a
is
bridge.
red.
and I finally turn. I'm like, all right, what the fuck do you want? Yeah, this thing's red. I know it's red. Oh my god. Yes.
honestly, I think Navi represents what I think to be the worst aspect of the Legend of Zelda series since Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina or Navi would be the flag on the pole of suck upon which you plant. I don't know where my metaphor is going. You don't like Navi.
It's not that I don't like Navi. Navi is like the embodiment of all the hand-holding that the series has done for the past 10 years.
Game Guy says Fee was worse, was she not?
Fee?
Fee was the Twilight
Mask?
Princess. I didn't have a problem with Fee.
I don't remember Fee. I didn't even finish Twilight Princess. Matter of fact, I barely played Twilight Princess.
And we're not going to get too far back, but Odin's Missing Eye just says, do you remember Call of Juarez?
No.
It was on 360. I remember
I
the game, but I don't think I ever played it. That might be doing. Okay, so
Continue.
All right, so our next one was Slippy Toad Star Fox series. Specifically, I remember in 64.
You are 2 for 2. Fox, get this guy off me.
like learn how to fly. Like
Fucking
run
dash.
a training op before we launch into Novaria or whatever.
I actually agree
Yeah.
with Apocalyptic Zombie. I thought Daxter was annoying from Jack and Dexter.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Daxter
would
did.
shut up.
Daxter did
Frickin-
not make the list.
Hated Daxter.
He
but
just, no.
I agree with this list.
Any redeeming
Since I've
qualities to Slippy? Does he do anything? Does he?
He act-
Navi at least has a use.
He actually has more than 2 lines of dialogue.
Oh, okay.
So it changes the annoying up every now and again.
I imagine Slippy being that friend that like goes to the yogurt place and it gets way too tall and they're like, oh, hey, help. And I'm like, I'm not fucking helping you. You got yourself into that. I'm going to leave so they don't think I'm with you.
That's what you get.
That's what you do, though. Like, it's not fair. I can't help it if it doesn't go off.
And
I on
Apoc
that
mentions
list?
Claptrap as well. I loved Claptrap.
I love Claptrap too.
loved him. Loved him. Continue, sure, please.
And then we have the dog from Duck Hunt. I think
Would
the
you
main
call
reason...
No one. This was the first time I think. Go ahead.
This is the only one that it's like he's not actually a sidekick that you actually go on a full adventure with. It's more that he makes fun of your failures.
Right, like, but this way before Grand Theft Auto, and I know that everybody here's played Duck Hunt, right? At some
Yes.
point in time, everybody's picked up an NES zapper and
yeah,
played Duck Hunt. Okay, is there anyone that when he didn't come up and do his little snarly from like those old cartoons, like, you know, that you just go ching ching, like try to unload into his face. Like the most dog-friendly person in the world. Our producer Sarah here, when that dog comes up and goes, ew, she'd be like, fuck you, bitch! Just like
Man.
trying to Tony Montana that
And especially after your post, now I just don't see you the same.
Remember how I was talking about one of my favorite things in movies is watching the good guy entirely lose his shit and empty a clip into a dead bad guy because he's that, like, rage-fueled at that
I do
moment?
remember that, yeah.
Yeah, that.
That one, yes. And he technically does fall as a sidekick because he goes and he catches the ducks that you shoot down.
That's true. He does do a thing.
Yeah, if you just shut his fat fucking canine mouth up
Like,
every time I miss.
Why are you laughing? You don't get to eat tonight.
He's laughing because you don't have a newspaper to beat him with right now.
You are lucky.
Oh yeah, it should come with a Nintendo Zapper and then a NES newspaper.
No, they should just put it on Wii so you're like, damn dog.
How did Duck Hunt not get on fucking Wii? How did Killer 7 not get on Wii? Speaking of shooting games.
Oh.
Anyway. Keep
Missed opportunities.
And then we have Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4.
I
push
will
back
fight
a little
you on this. I will fight you on this. And the reason why, I really wish you had an image for this.
Once you actually get her into the armor, she can no longer be kidnapped.
That's true.
Okay, for starters,
They can't even pick her up when she's in the armor.
right. For starters, I was actually okay with the getting kidnapped thing because it added another layer of suspense to what was essentially just another shooter. Without that, I mean, you got those opportunities where you put her into the trash can and you could kind of forget about her, clean the entire place out, remember where you dropped her off, and go, okay, let's go.
So before Resident Evil 4, babysitting missions were like the worst type of mission in a game.
Escort mission.
And escort missions.
I love escort missions.
But
I
she
hate
at
escort
least,
missions.
when you
Everybody
aim,
does.
she at least ducks. She like gets out of the way. You know, if
She
you aim
gets
in her
out.
direction, she'll get out of the way.
Yep.
I remember the Protect Natalia mission from GoldenEye on N64.
Fuck
she's in there
that
like
mission.
like typing away, hacking shit, and bullets and shit, rockets exploding, and she's like, "James, help me!" And you're like, "Fucking get down, please."
It's not even that. It's like, lady, hurry up. Okay, I'm going as fast as I can.
67 words per minute.
I think it's just me, but I feel like she looks like Anna Faris from the entire Scream.
Oh yeah,
A little bit,
Movie.
yeah.
Yeah, Anna Faris could play
From the
Ashley
Scary
Graham,
Movie
for
series,
sure.
I'm sorry. But like, that's exactly what she looks like, and especially since she's on the worst sidekick list, I feel like it's a tribute to Scary Movie. And how she's like, oh my god, like she just totally Kristen Stewart's the shit out of it. Oh my god.
In the chat, Apocalypse Zombie says Lydia from Skyrim. Anybody
No, I didn't.
get upset with Lydia from Skyrim?
I never used it.
We have a great groan from Ulfric.
Audience groans.
Like, I would swap out Ashley Graham for Sheva Alomar from 5 because you give her guns and she uses up all the ammo.
Oh, and you can't give her a goddamn healing spray.
No.
Because she'll stub her toe and go like blast the whole can of spray on
What
it.
the fuck, lady? We needed that for the boss battle.
Yeah, one that I forgot was Goofy because he always, health potion. I'm going to use all of them.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts? Yeah.
Right. What else we got? Sure.
And our last one is Baby Mario from Yoshi's Island.
So I've never played Yoshi's Island.
Oh
what
my
makes
God.
Baby Mario so good?
Oh, and the whole time that's going on, there's this annoying beep, 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 beep in the background, too.
So it's
I hated everything that just happened there, so I had to buy it. Yeah.
absolutely. And the funny thing is, because since you've never played it, the bubble just keeps getting away from you, and you're Yoshi, so you can, lick the bubble, get him back on. You can
Or you
jump
can
at
throw an
him.
egg.
You can throw an egg to pop the bubble and get him back on. But if you miss, to me anyway, it feels like it gets louder. So because I love Yoshi's Island. I love Yoshi's Island. I will have the game up. I love the music, and then as soon as that shit happens, fucking turn down the volume, then try and get Mario back. It's fucking ridiculous.
Humans are actually programmed to hate the sound of crying.
Because
We
it
want
makes
to
you
silence it.
immediately- Yeah.
Right. In one way or the other.
Well,
You ever see the last episode of MASH?
Oh.
I keep talking about that with people, and I don't know why it keeps coming up, but I just don't want to watch it.
It's rough. It's rough. Hawkeye's in counseling, and he's talking to the counselor about something that happened to him in the war, and they were on a bus that had broken down, and the enemy, Koreans?
Yep.
Yeah, the Koreans were going by, and there's a chicken balking, and they had to kill the chicken to keep them silent so that they wouldn't find him. But then at the end of the episode, you find out it was a baby, and jacked up shit. So, Shark, who's
Yay!
Oh man. Let's announce
The
that
aristocrat.
winner.
so rare that I say something that everyone just goes.
So, but our winner of the award is going to be Navi.
Hey,
is
studio
the
audience,
most
Man.
annoying
Because
sidekick.
because she voices two things. She's barely helpful. Like, it can-
At least on a 3DS, you can just play with the sound off, which is what I do anyway.
That's what I
Right.
do now.
I would be fine with Navi if her advice and her observations were actually useful. But she is interjecting frequently with bullshit.
like, wait until I'm done with the Liz Alphos, and then we can have a conversation about the color of its tunic.
Peas?
Yeah. All right, Lauren, your category is up. What you got?
I love that you guys picked this for me because I get creepiest clowns.
Yeah.
All right, and the nominees are Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. I really love this picture.
Who played Twisted Metal? Because this was
I
one
didn't
that
play
actually
it.
passed me by.
little
Chuck,
bit.
a little bit, studio audience.
Definitely creepy clown with chainsaw, riding in a broken down ice cream truck. Just
Which was an amazing
Horror field.
concept. I wish I could have an ice cream truck in GTA 5, just so you know.
Yeah.
Just so you know. I tried to steal one.
Oh, that's a good idea. Actually, that's a good idea.
and his head is also on fire.
That's true.
How could that not be awesome?
That's true.
Well,
I have a pop of him at work.
He also
Sitting
looks
on my
like
desk.
he also looks like the world's worst personal trainer in that image. Like,
I'm gonna get you, Bob.
6 more reps.
Oh, Jesus!
Nope. Nope. I will run faster on the
what?
treadmill to stay
that
away from
was
him.
totally cool until I saw that, and then I was like, wow, that's birth control right there.
Shadow Step says he played Twisted Metal.
Oh, man.
Next!
All right.
Get this creepy
Oh
shit out of
yeah,
here.
the master chess
My
piece, the
vote-
leather straps, definitely.
My vote went to Clown Infected from Left 4 Dead 2.
So they just ran at you like every other zombie. They just looked like clowns, right? They didn't
Yeah.
do anything.
No, they
weren't
didn't
a
do
specific
anything
type of-
special.
Hate clowns almost as much as my arachnophobia. I fucking hate clowns.
So when you
Did you
turn
ever
and
see
see this,
Zombieland?
you're panicking.
Yes.
No.
I saw Zombieland in theaters, and shit like this really fucks me up.
Really?
I fucking hate clowns. You don't get it. I hate clowns. Everybody goes to Barnum and Bailey, and I would rather see elephants get slaughtered than see clowns.
Put the clowns away. Just kill something in front of me, please.
Well, then it's entertaining that you got the creepiest clown list.
Yeah.
I get to
That's why
discuss
I'm like,
my
this is
deepest
karma for
fear.
me.
Thanks, guys.
This is karma from last week.
Thanks.
That's what this is. All right. The third nominee is Kefka Palazzo. Did I say that?
Palazzo.
right? Palazzo. And for Final Fantasy VI,
I've never played
it.
6.
This dude.
Started out as a court jester, got disenchanted with the entire franchise, rather than slam down his brightly colored garb, decided, you know what? Fuck all you. I'm gonna destroy the world and look fancy.
He's going to destroy the world for no other reason than because he wants to.
That's a perfect.
Not because he can, not because the world deserves to be destroyed. He just wants to destroy it for no other reason than because he wants to destroy it. That's the worst part.
Is this someone that you come into contact with regularly during
Yes.
the game?
He's the
He's
last
the villain.
boss.
Right. But before the finale, do you
yeah.
interact with him?
Yeah,
and stuff?
he has several themes. He has a very distinctive laugh.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Back in ye old days of middies.
All right. The final nominee is Evan the Clown from Dead Rising 2 off
Evan.
the record.
Yeah, actually, clowns in Dead Rising go back even to the first one with the juggling chainsaw clown.
Fucking Adam. Adam is the one that needs to be on here.
I picked Evan as
Yeah.
far as that one because he's on stilts, so he's a little bit more difficult to reach, and he's still just merrily going around, I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Adam was
fucking hate
untouchable. like you couldn't get close to him to melee.
In the first one?
In the first one, you couldn't get close to him to melee because he would just flame breath you.
Maybe I'm just desensitized by chainsaws.
And
It's just that the chainsaw thing wasn't a big deal to you.
No, not really.
Okay, well, how about this? Are you desensitized to somebody juggling chainsaws and then they fall over on top of both of them dead? And then you get to hear the laugh go.
What? So
Sounds like a normal Saturday night for me.
before Lauren reads the winner, Shadow Step 6 has a question. No Joker, and
I didn't
why no Joker?
include Joker on this category because he originally started out with the DC Comics and then eventually got involved in the video games versus being specifically a video game spawned creature.
Besides, it feels too easy.
But moreover, I think he didn't really creep me out in terms of the games, especially. I don't know that I ever felt creeped out by the Joker.
I feel like he's a logical character. The Joker's my favorite DC character in general. Like, obviously, he's not my favorite hero because to a lot of people he's not. But the Joker, for me, logically, psychologically, in every category that a villain makes sense to me, the Joker wins.
See, I get Ozymandias in The Watchmen.
Not a joke. He's not a clown, though.
No, he's not a clown. But just in terms of villains, that I'm like, oh no, wait, he's right.
Well,
I agree with you. He's not creepy.
Can we agree that of all the movie Jokers, Heath Ledger was the creepiest?
Creepiest movie Joker? Yeah.
I personally didn't like I liked Jack Nicholson's representation, but I felt like Jack Nicholson's creepy factor went up with the women. But because I'm a woman, I feel the creepy factor.
You feel weirder about Jack Nicholson. He makes you more
Absolutely.
uneasy. Okay, cool.
Well,
who's our winner, Lauren?
Our winner is Kefka. Kefka.
He's the only clown I know with, like, destroy the world. So, like, Joker really is like just fucking around. And some of these other
Joker does it for the lulz. Does it entertain him?
But
yes.
Kefka's like grand.
Yeah.
On a very grand level, apparently.
His final battle consists of a 3 or 4 level tower, and then you just like boss rush this tower, and at the very top there he is. He has finally ascended into godhood. And see, the thing is, Joker continues to fight to destroy the world. In Final Fantasy VI, Kefka succeeds in destroying the world. It starts as the world of balance, and then you go into the Meteor, you fight Atma Weapon, and defeating Atma Weapon still does not stop the Meteor from crashing into the world. And then it becomes a world of ruin. And then the game starts up like several years later.
Watching porn, Lauren?
Watching porn.
I actually just switched from my tablet to my phone. That was the advertisement. So what you heard was the Geico Lizard if you really want to watch porn.
Geico porn.
Lizard.
So, you
you spend like the second half of the game getting the old band back together because you already have the team all together when you go up to Atma Weapon. This is actually the first time where they let you make 3 teams of 4.
In 6?
In 6, you could make 3 teams of 4 and then switch control between them, and it became this sort of strategy thing.
Okay, well, cool. Our next category is Best Use of Beard in a Video Game. And the nominees are...
Me!
Joel from The Last of Us.
Okay, fine.
He's got... it's not too flashy. It's not enormous. It's just solid. And it's seen the death of the world. It has seen... This beard has seen the worst of things.
And his
that
baby
beard
girl
was born at the death of his daughter.
The worst of things.
The worst.
And it still
of
looks
things.
good. Like Logan.
Logan's beard was good too.
Like, how is that possible? That beard is like 20 years old and it still looks great.
He trims it. And maybe
what? with what?
The bones of the zombies.
This is
The bones of his enemies.
I guess The Last of Us has a little bit better in facial hair care than The Road, because Viggo Mortensen's beard in that one.
And Odin's missing eye. I actually had Kratos from God of War 4, but I took it off partly to make room for our other nominees, and because the game's not out yet. And so I didn't know how he would, how much the beard would come into play.
With these things.
Our next nominee is Adam Jensen from the Deus Ex series. It's sharp, It is futuristic.
Keanu.
It's Tony Stark.
I was gonna say it's Iron Man, but it's not.
No, it's Doctor Strange is what it is.
It's sort of, it has like a Tony Stark. It's like a Stark Strange.
Yeah.
It's the Stark Strange beard, but also the beard is how he knows how to hack. They're actually not hairs; they're little wires. They're like filaments.
So does that really count?
No, I'm just making shit up.
Okay.
I was like, wait a second, I don't believe this.
I wish he could augment his beard though, because you can do like body augments in the game for like so you don't take fall damage on your legs or something like that, or you get like a gun in your hand or some shit.
Helps
I wish
with
you could
your-
augment his beard.
Maybe that's where the pheromones come from that allow you to talk to people.
Ooh, I bet that's it. Hipster beard pheromones. That's what it is.
Ask Will about that.
Our next nominee, those bigoted assholes from Duck Dynasty, the game.
Why?
They fail.
I just
failed my vote.
wanted to bring them up and call them bigoted
Those
assholes.
bigoted
the only reason I
assholes.
wanted to do
Okay,
it.
I can
Our
accept
next
that.
nominee, Venom Snake from Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Snake!
I don't feel like it's a beard. Like, I feel to be.
How do you-
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
I feel like if you're growing a beard to grow a beard, it's a beard. But here, I feel like it's just been let go.
Poor self-maintenance.
There you go. I don't feel that men should call it a beard if they just don't do anything. I feel like if you trim it, if you do stuff with
So
it.
what do you call it if it's just completely unkempt?
Duck Dynasty.
You're a goddamn hobo or hipster.
But like, Chuck.
Hobo or
and
hipster is
our-
a fun game to play.
That
audience.
That beard, without, believe it or not, I'm gonna have to say, without spoiling anything, and I mean that beard is carefully crafted.
Okay.
Now, I will actually suggest the beard from Iroquois Pliskin, Metal Gear Solid 2.
That's the other thing is that
because that one is unkempt.
Sort of. It feels like scruff, like not as opposed to a fully grown beard.
Yeah.
And the reason it exists, so far as I know, that Snake had a beard in Metal Gear Solid 2 was because of tech, because they had the ability to, so they could add detail to face and stuff like that.
Oh, sure.
And so they just gave him some facial hair. Our final nominee is Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time. Now,
That's my
Fuck the
vote.
beard.
weird.
Look at
That's
that
my vote.
amazing mane of
where does
hair.
his beard
Mutton
end and the hair
chops.
begin? And it's fucking orange. And it's fucking orange.
So is that why you don't
Look at those
really
eyebrows.
grow
Where do the
anything? Because
eyebrows
It wouldn't
end?
come out blue.
His eyebrows match his hair too. Holy shit. What about, would you get that done, Sarah? Would you get those eyebrows? She would. No.
No.
If you could
like,
grow, if you could actually grow eyebrows, would you do that?
Hey, look, I have some today.
Did
Look,
you color them in?
they darkened them when I was at the salon.
They
literally did.
You have to have
They
your
were-
eyebrows dark.
I go in for just as a quick aside, I go in for them to test some vivid color stuff on me, and they literally wouldn't let me leave the salon looking like that. So they gave me eyebrows.
Oh,
The winner of best use of beard in a video game goes to Venom Snake, and I
Goes
have the
to
picture in
us.
the wrong place. It goes to us, but that's Venom Snake, trust me, from Metal Gear Solid 5. And the reason is because the beard kind of is a plot point. It's kind of like
The beard is its own character.
yes, it is. And the reason that I didn't include, I almost included Geralt from The Witcher because you could shave it, and when you didn't shave over the course of playing the game, it fucking grew. So if you didn't go get it shaved as you're out adventuring,
That's cool.
you know who else did that? FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Deadly Premonition.
oh really?
You had the
I'd
opportunity
forgotten about
to
that.
walk up literally to any mirror and then shave.
Kaldane, when Ganondorf was up there, Kaldane goes, "Hey, look, it's JB." That's good. Welcome, Kaldane. And missing, I brought up Geralt of Rivia as well, like I did. But yes, the beard was most important in Metal Gear Solid 5. So.
Even though we can't see it right now.
I know. Oh my, so sorry, guys. I thought I had that perfect. I thought I had the picture perfect.
Way to go.
We'll
Steven.
learn
I had a
this
plan,
next
but I
time.
didn't.
Way to go.
I did
Either
better
way,
next
it makes us look like we have some fabulous abs.
Yeah. Well, you can see it.
Like, the collective.
Our group is fabulous. Actually, that may have been an action figure that it was a picture of, now I'm thinking about it. Chuck,
Yep.
Back to you.
next
I have another one?
category.
I do have another one. The most annoying spam attack.
Chuck.
And the nominees are from X-Men Children of the Atom. Behold, Optic Blast.
And it's not just that the move sucks. Optic blast. Optic blast. Optic blast. It's-
Did you? I was really hoping.
I have only met one person that likes Cyclops.
My brother loves Cyclops.
Yeah.
Huge Cyclops fan.
As a character, he's a
From
little
here
boring, but
to
he's
here.
cool. But as a fighter in this one, Marvel vs. Capcom, fuck this guy. Because, like you said, Optic Blast, Optic Blast, Optic Blast.
So,
behold, Optic Blast.
When we played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and Wolverine had, I think it's Berserker Barrage.
Berserker Barrage.
But we didn't know, because he said it so fast, and it's, from like the PS1 sort of era, so we just did something Barrage, because we didn't know.
That, by the way, is how I met Mike Caldwell.
Oh, was something Barrage?
Something Barrage.
Yeah.
I just lost
Dark
my shit
Souls
for
streamer.
5
I
minutes.
now feel like Navi should be on this list as well. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
But it doesn't actually
Optic
attack
Blast.
anything.
Well, it's kind of an attack on your senses.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And remember this, because we'll be coming back to Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, Caldane says SSS Barrage. Is it not
SSS
Berserker?
Barrage. No, it's Berserker
Berserker
Barrage.
Barrage? Oh, anyway. Keep going.
Berserker Slash. And the next one, Chun-Li from Street Fighter. This is a useful spam attack. Like,
She can hold that
That
leg
for as long as you
need
can
be,
push
right?
that kick button. Yes. But the reason why I kind of give her a pass on this one is because
Those
this
legs,
one and E-Honda's 100 Hand Slap and Blanca's Electricity are the first special attacks that are learned by people who have never played a Street Fighter in their life.
Right, because it's a single button.
Because it's a single button.
So how do you get across? How do you combat that?
That is why I gave her a pass, is because it leaves it up to you to figure out how to counterattack the projectiles that will stop those. Because everybody's first response when they see this wall of attack that they can't do it is they
Try to
either
jump over it?
try to jump over it, which her kicks will stop, or you throw a fireball. But the thing is this, the move to throw most fireballs is kind of difficult to do both in arcade and in console. So you could kind of judge somebody's technical skill at the boards based on whether or not they could consistently throw fireballs and such.
Game Guy throws in a couple nominations. Pikachu and Kirby's down B in Smash Brothers.
Stick a pin in Smash Brothers, because that's the next one, is Link's Smash Attack.
Link that's his up B.
That's his up. That is
his
up
spinning
B.
attack is his up B. And it's like shit. And when you knock someone off the edge and stand at the edge and just go shh, you got to come from underneath to be able to grab the edge.
Yep.
And if you can get there, then you're okay.
And
because you can sort of pop up underneath the blade and hit him. But
that's his triple jump too. So if you get knocked off the edge, you jump, and then you hit the triple jump. So a lot of new people will play as Link in Smash Brothers because that attack is so useful. And then, like, what you remember when you first started teaching me how to play Smash Brothers? You gave me 3 rules.
Don't break the controller.
The 3 rules actually
That's
were:
That's 4.
find something that works, use it until it no longer works, and if it no longer works,
Stop
find
doing
something
it.
else.
I remember the 3rd rule. If it no longer works, stop doing it.
No longer
Actually, it's a
works.
good life rule.
It is. Find something that works, do it until it no longer works, and if it doesn't work anymore, stop doing it.
Do you have another nomination?
I do.
Somehow I think cocaine is going to stop you before you stop doing cocaine.
Oh, yeah. But it's a wild ride,
But you
Shark.
don't find what works.
It's a roller coaster.
Do you find what works in cocaine?
There's nothing that doesn't work about cocaine. So I hear.
The itching, kind of, and the constant nose runs.
Oh, that's yeah.
That's really why I'm sick.
My
guys.
allergies. My doctor's like, you need allergy shots. And I'm like, I need less cocaine. But okay.
All right, moving right along. We have from Mortal Kombat, when they finally gave him a fucking teleport. Scorpion.
Scorpion.
So you hate the teleport as a being spammed more than the hook.
Get over here.
With teleports in general, like Raiden's teleport, he disappears into the floor, pops back up. Kung Lao's teleport, he jumps into the air and he pops up from the bottom.
Right.
Scorpion's teleport jumps from behind, comes up from behind you and hits you.
And there's nothing there behind you because it is devastating when you're trying to keep space between you.
Like-
because you're backing against the frame and he teleports to where the frame is.
Like, thank God in the Mortal Kombat series, the block is a assigned button. Because
And not
if this
just
were
back.
Street Fighter,
Yeah.
and you were holding back, which is what you do to back up and to block, and then this asshole teleports behind you. Not
Give
only
you
that,
a rear admiral.
yeah, you just.
Yeah.
Not only that, but a lot of moves like require the forward. You're welcome.
It was good. It was perfect Foley. If you were gonna be the sound effects in a children's cartoon, you'd have the fucking job.
You're welcome, I guess. Moving right along.
We do have. We are quickly running out of clock.
Yes,
so
we are
let's-
running out of clock. So, moving right along, back to the Marvel vs. Capcom series. This asshole Cable. Now, you
Now,
didn't tell
you
this
didn't-
story.
you didn't-
Another member of the Summers family.
Another
Right.
member of the
Correct.
Summers- Yeah.
Actually, and you didn't even write a move of his.
No,
You just
I
put
just wrote-
Cable.
Fucking Cable.
Just being fucking Cable.
You can tell the story best, I think, because you fighting Glenn in Marvel vs.
Oh,
Capcom
yeah.
2.
This was me fighting my friend Glenn in MVC 2. He was, I believe Cable was one of his characters, or maybe, I don't know.
it was.
It could have been any character, honestly. But he would sit there and not touch his controller. And I'd be like, okay. Like, oh, fuck this guy. He's sort of horsing around or moving left and right or whatever. Like, I'm like, haha, punch, 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 punch. And he's going, trying to do something, trying to do something, trying to do something. And then he gets the first hit on me, and my body doesn't touch the ground until I'm dead. If he lands the first hit, I can, okay, good game. And fuck you.
Cable is usually the first character in the MVC series that people will learn how to do that.
He's got guns, like he's got a big blasty thing.
He's got a wave laser that will just go up and down and forward at the same time. So his special, like his supers, will normally do like several hundred hits entirely on their own.
Yeah. Caldane says, this is my Capcom team. Is Iron Man on this list?
No, this
No,
is
actually, we have a winner coming up now.
The last one. The winner is, who did I choose as the winner? I can't remember who I chose as the winner.
Oh God.
Of course I gave it to Cable.
You did.
Because, again...
Because fuck that guy.
Fucking asshole!
Fuck
He's got nipple paste.
that guy.
Well, you know, that's...
And he's also in a very feminine look. Just
So yeah,
he
Cyclops
kinda is.
Cyclops has like the single X, and Cable's like, nah, two, motherfucker, on my tits.
that sounds like a Rob Liefeld thing.
Speaking of Cable, Deadpool teaser.
Fuck
I
that.
loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I didn't see it. Not yet.
Basically, well, I won't run for it. You should look it. It's good.
Okay.
It's good. All right, Shark has the next category. What are we doing?
We have the most unnecessarily fancy.
Yeah, this is basically any character that's like just stupidly flashy, just like over the top, like you didn't gotta do that.
Yeah.
It's just a bit much. So
All right, so first up we have Tingle from The Legend of Zelda, Windwalker. I don't know anybody else who throws confetti randomly.
I feel like if it were socially acceptable, like I could see Lauren doing that, I could see Sarah doing that.
I might do it
Like,
occasionally.
I'm here.
Sarah comes just like, Stephen, I'm home, and off it goes.
Get one of those poppers.
See, but the problem would be pretty much in this apartment. It would be, you fucking make a mess, you fucking clean it up. Oh, bye, Stephen. Go out that door.
Whoops.
All right, after that we have
Me.
Kadaj from Final Fantasy IX.
Close enough.
Yeah. So
Kuja.
Adaj?
Wrong.
Kuja.
Yeah, I thought it was Kuja.
I said the wrong Final Fantasy character name. I suck.
All the names kind of start to blend
Hair
with each other after a
flips.
while.
No.
Fancy
She's just
terms
adding
in
the extra
Shakespearean.
to that because it's Kaja. It's
Yeah.
Kaja, not
Well,
Kaja.
Kuja probably spends almost as much time on his hair as I do. Like, props. Look, that looks fucking great.
You should see the rest of his costume.
He's got hip
This is-
swagger.
He does.
This
He's
is
got
the Kingdom
hips,
Hearts
though.
costume.
He's got all the hip swagger.
This is I think this is the Dissidia costume.
Dissidia. It's the
costume?
Dissidia.
But you should see him in his original Final Fantasy IX iteration.
I now believe
My
you do your hair
God.
more than I do.
It's
Yeah.
pink.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he goes into it, and then there's Trance Kuja, and then he's entirely pink, and his hair is even longer.
Yeah.
Super fancy.
Super
Next up?
fancy.
Yes. All right. So Raiden from the Metal Gear series.
So here's the thing about Raiden is that I
the
liked
high
him.
heels.
I liked him,
The high heels.
but they're
That was Metal Gear Rising.
yeah,
You
but
used him right.
yes, but Raiden in the Metal Gear series is just a little much of everything, and the phrase that gets me is when Colonel's like, Raiden, to find maps, you're gonna have to find these nodes, and he goes, did you say nerd? And I'm like, well, I'm done. Done with this fucking game. And I love Metal Gear. Like, that's the line
You have to find nerds.
that makes me want to fucking punch shit.
It feels like he was, like the writers were trying to make him sound like Metal Gear, trying to make him sound like
Titus?
Oh, I said Windwalker.
You said
instead of
Windwalker instead of Wind Waker. Quick correction.
Windwalker Studios, great studio. Anyway, it made
Sponsored by Texas Ranger.
like he was trying so hard to be Solid Snake with the weird non sequitur. I don't really understand what you're talking about jokes.
Yeah. But
And-
Snake does it well. And here's the thing. Snake's method fucking works. If you're talking to anybody in life, if you repeat the last couple of words they say as a question, they just keep going. Did we miss something, Lauren?
Oh God.
Peter wrote chat.
Oh.
I will no longer be reading chat.
All right.
All right then.
Next
broken.
nominee.
Zach from Dead or Alive series.
My God!
This was my
That
nomination.
hair, though.
Look at that hair!
That hair, though.
The video
wins
I
mine.
saw had him dressed all dapper.
I like Zach because he has his own island, and he's the combination of Dennis Rodman and Flava Flav.
He not only has his own island, that island has been destroyed several times.
And he's rebuilt
and he just
it.
fucking rebuilt it. And I really like this hair here. It's like, I want a spike mohawk, but at the same time, I think I want to put light sticks in it too, maybe?
He looks like a walking amusement park at that. I
He
don't
is
want
a
to ride
walking
it.
Yeah.
amusement. Have you ever
Did
seen
you just say I
that?
want to ride?
I said I don't want to ride it.
I would sing karaoke with that
I don't
guy.
want to ride it.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be you as a black guy. I really do. I do.
Yeah, I've got a little Zach in me.
I think you got a little green in you.
All right, who's our...
Shadow Step says, can Kefka win this one too?
The
And
only
you know,
reason I didn't pick Kefka was because he was in another category.
Right, yeah, we kept characters from cross-categorizing. All right,
All
so who's our
right,
winner?
So our winner is
that hair.
Tingle.
Yeah.
Tingle doesn't deserve to win anything.
Because he
Tingle
doesn't
has
only...
his own spin-off.
If I had
No, he
glitter,
has several spin-offs.
And-
he's much more popular in Japan than he is in America. Have you seen how many games
I
this guy
actually
has?
had a friend who looks just like Tingle. Just taller. It's real weird. I'm gonna
Nose
give
and
him some
everything?
confetti and some like
A green
charts
pointy
and
hat.
stuff. Yeah,
I'm trying to identify who you're.
it's knowing you now. You guys never. Anyway.
I don't buy it. I don't think a human being should ever be allowed to look like that.
So
What's
Tingle is our most unnecessarily fancy character.
This is our second to last category. Low,
Best bird.
the greatest
Tweet tweet.
bird character.
Guess who's not on this list?
Guess who's not on this list? But who are the nominees?
The nominees are Kazooie from Banjo Kazooie.
You had to pick Fat Kazooie for the picture.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Fat
What's wrong with
Kazooie.
Fat Kazooie? So like, I don't know, he's making a reference to Grabbed by the Ghoulies there in that frame. I've never played any Banjo Kazooie game, period. So, what's Kazooie do? Is he like the Clank, or is he like the Ratchet, or the Daxter?
Several different powers.
He has powers.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can float because it's a bird in a backpack, and then sometimes you can actually flip and then control Kazooie and let Banjo be the one on Kazooie's back.
Oh,
and Kazooie can climb up steeper inclines than Banjo can.
cool. Caldane says, in regards to Zach, that Steve-O would die for those abs. I'd kill or die. If someone's like, no, we'll have to kill you, but you'll die pretty. Okay.
Sure.
Hey.
Who's next?
Falco Lombardi from the Star Fox series.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He's such a
Mission
pretty bird.
Complete!
He's what?
He's such a pretty bird.
He's
He is
he's
a pretty
gorgeous.
bird.
And kind of a dick, but not in a way that makes you not like him. Just like, he's sort of the Wolverine of the Star Fox universe.
I don't know. You didn't play Star Fox 64, I don't think, then. Oh, gee, I've been saved by Fox. How swell.
I like he's just like, I don't know
agree
why.
with that, though.
I
Much
like it.
Wolverine.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to prove to him. I can...
He's not Wolverine.
But like in Star Fox Adventures on GameCube,
Prove it too.
that?
I did. At the beginning of the game, it's like Falco left the team because he wanted to strike out on his own, and then he like comes back at the end to save you or something.
He's not Wolverine.
But literally, there's just a line of text to make the
he's-
surprise like Falco at the end of the
he's
game.
not
So
Wolverine. He's Raphael.
A Han Solo.
Yeah, he's a Raph.
He's a Han Solo.
No, he's a Raph. Han Solo's...
There's some Han Solo overlap there. I think.
Han Solo's a lot more roguish. Raph is just a dick who will bail when he doesn't like what the crowd is doing.
We should do a TMNT breakdown someday.
Yeah, we should.
What's the next time, Lord?
One of my favorites. Gabora from Legend of Zelda.
So the cool thing that I like about Gabora is that
Name.
Facial expression.
if you're
Oh,
trying to
really?
tap through the conversation, which is rather long, it says, did you get all that? And it's default on no. So if you tap through the conversation too fast, you're just rolling through it again.
paying
Especially on 3DS. I'm like, fuck, I have to do it again.
Yep.
This one got my vote, but you know. And then finally, it's Chocobo from Final Fantasy. series.
Chocobos!
They're really cute.
They're almost as old as we are.
Moogles.
Oh, I was about to say they're probably as old as Big Bird. Look at it.
They do look big birdie, as in 15 especially.
I don't like this
You
look of the
like the
Chocobo, though.
chibi cute Chocobo?
Well, I do like the chibi Chocobo look too, especially
Say
the
that
fat
3 times
Chocobo.
fast.
Fat
More of
Chocobo!
a pointy beak
Well,
than the curvy beak, or
they try to still make them look really cute in this one, even though they were.
It
trying to
looks
stick with
more
the
like an
realistic.
actual
Yeah.
animal.
So
I was about to say, look at the eyes though.
but
They're so sweet.
I
Super
actually like the
animal
Chocobos
eyes.
from 12 because they look like domesticated animals.
they're remastering 12 for PS4. I don't know why anybody would want to
What?
fucking. I don't know why anybody would want to fucking play that game again, but it's coming out on
I've
PS4.
not played it. That's why.
I fucking hate 12. So
It looks like Shadow Step
help
agrees
yourself
with me,
out.
though, on our winner for this category, which is...
the Chocobo.
Chocobo!
Yep, they're
Quinn.
super useful in every game.
They
you
even
can race
have their
them.
own song.
You can gamble.
You can breed them
They quack.
excessively.
The black Chocobos in Final Fantasy IV were my particular favorite.
Was the
because-
gold Chocobo in 7 the one that could fly?
Yes. Or at least swim, I think.
They did something.
Yeah, the gold Chocobo was the
King Dedede, get out of here. Go home, Shadow Step.
That's a bird?
He's a penguin.
Yeah.
He's a penguin.
I didn't know that.
If you ask any penguin if they're a bird, they will tell you, not really.
will they sound like
Eddie
Robin
Izzard.
Williams.
Yes, not really. All right, so we
Steven
have
Merchant.
one final category to get to tonight. It is the best insane performance. The character who's out of their goddamn mind or who's lost their goddamn mind. Just fucking out there.
Wow,
Am I on
that guy
this
should have been
list?
up there too.
Our first
Or maybe just didn't have one at all.
nominee
Me.
is Pagan Min from Far Cry 4.
Oh, yes!
He was one of the greatest villains in this generation, and he has no fucking game time. They underutilized him. It was brutal
Yeah.
how much they underutilized him. He has a brilliant opening cutscene and introduction. Then you don't see him until the end. And in that time, you hear him over the radio. It's not the same. I need to come face to face with him more often. He was so good.
He was, Troy Baker, the guy who voices him, did a panel on him. And for starters, they look the same. So you know.
Caldane wanted Birdo for the best bird. And
Birdo's not actually a bird.
Birdo's,
though.
that's what Shadow says. Birdo's not a bird. And Kaldane said, "What that egg-spitting bastard." All right, the next nominee, Handsome Jack.
I have not played Borderlands 2 yet, but it just went free for Xbox Live users.
Yes.
So...
I am vaguely familiar with Handsome Jack, though.
He's crazy, and he's mean, but I love him. Like, I still like him. Like, not just as a villain, like, he's just an asshole. Sort of that with that Falco
what
thing
is it
where
with
I'm
you
like,
an asshole,
I don't know, but I'm just like, man, like, I love Handsome Jack.
He likes the butt.
Also,
so.
Tales from the Borderlands, well worth your time. Maybe the best Telltale game.
Damn.
Maybe.
Okay.
Next nominee, Cortana from Halo 5.
Cortana?
Oh, spoiler.
At the beginning, not really. At the beginning of Halo 4, Cortana begins to go rampant. In Halo 5, she's rampant as fuck. And out of her goddamn mind.
Okay.
Well, she's technically a computer,
Yes.
so she
She's an
doesn't
AI.
actually have a mind.
She doesn't actually have a mind, but she's definitely insane.
Shadow Stub says you like the bad boys.
Steve
Ew, baby.
Game Guy says, I'm still upset about no Dynablade. What's Dynablade?
Best bird from the Kirby series.
Oh, from Kirby.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Okay. Honorable mention.
Next nominee is Jill Valentine from Resident Evil 5. Now, to be fair, it wasn't entirely her fault. That thing attached to her chest is, like, making her crazy. But
I'm into it.
having someone from the original game, and it's a shame that Resident Evil 5 mostly sucked, because the gravitas of having to fight your former partner would have been great if the game hadn't mostly sucked.
Yeah.
But it's a cool concept. I liked it. I loved Jill's character in this game. Fighting against her was like a good boss battle.
Yeah, but the kind of message behind the battle was weird, because it is Chris plus Sheva, the new, fighting Jill, the old, and the both of them have to work together. So it feels like Chris, every time he reaches in to grab the thing, he's like, "See, I don't need you anymore," before he finally kicks her away.
Interesting. I didn't think about that dynamic.
Yeah, I don't like that idea.
Our next nominee is Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, the ultimate hipster, Trevor is the person I think is the embodiment of the Grand Theft Auto 3 character, as played by all of us, the player, because Michael was Tommy Vercetti from Vice City.
Yeah.
It's
Franklin.
Franklin, thank you. Franklin, I think, was the mirror to CJ, like sort of growing up in the projects, like that kind of thing.
Right.
So as GTA 5 looks back on the 3 that came before, Trevor, to me, would be the player character, going absolutely insane and rampaging and just doing whatever the fuck he wanted as the embodiment of 3.
Is Claude Speed. His name is Claude Speed. The main character in Grand
3.
Theft Auto 3
Yes.
actually has a name.
Right. But to me, I think Trevor is the analog of the main character from 3 and 5. And our final nominee for the night and for this is Gray Fox.
Gray Fox.
Hurt me more, Snake.
God damn it, you
Hurt
beat me
me
to
more. Like, you're fighting him like, yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass. And he's like, yeah, hurt me more. And you're like, oh, I don't wanna. I just wanna go home.
It's mentioned in Metal Gear Solid right before you get into a fist fight with a robot ninja that Gray Fox used to be Frank Yeager.
Yeah.
And he and Snake got into another bare-knuckle fist fight
last time
in
I
a
saw you-
goddamn minefield.
The last time we saw each other, we were fighting bare-fisted in a minefield. Or maybe he said bare-chested. Whatever it was, I was like, no shit.
Yeah, no shit. Like,
I'd watch that FX series.
wow.
Bare-fisted in a minefield.
So
Yeah, our winner for tonight is Handsome Jack. And again, I apologize about my...
Handsome Us.
I tried to put it where so you could read shit, and I forgot that I had put the graphics there. I'm so sorry, guys. But Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2 is the winner of the most insane performance. It's a phenomenal voice actor performance. He's a wonderful main character. You want to kill him so bad.
Don't you actually get to kill him eventually?
Well, it depends.
Spoilers!
Depends. I do, and since we're coming near the end, guys, and I'm going to get you out of here real quick, I wanted to show you one thing that I saw today that just got me real good now that we finished our award ceremony. Mm-hmm. Sarah, if you'll hit right one more time. This is an Xbox One. It is a Gwent from The Witcher, Xbox One, with the controller holders inside.
Are the controllers actually made out of wood, or is that just a print?
It's just the print. They're textured plastic, but they look like wood.
Oh, well, fuck.
I think the casing, I believe, is wood, but it looks like a little chest, and I want it so fucking bad. It is gorgeous, and the look on Chuck's face makes me think that you're gonna come back at me on this.
You can fucking keep it.
Oh, you dirty bastard!
You can keep it, and you can keep the game
I
too.
want it.
You want, yeah.
I'd
I need
like
an
it.
Xbox One.
Like
10/10 would like.
I was allowed to play the closed beta.
You were allowed to play the closed beta?
I've already
You played Gwent.
I have played Gwent.
I love Gwent. Did you hate it?
Yes,
I love it.
I did. You know why? Because it's Hearthstone. It's kind of different mechanics, but it's
different.
Hearthstone.
And Shadow Step 6, in terms of insane, Psycho Mantis would have been better. Honestly, in Metal Gear, there's a shitload of crazy.
Yeah.
In Metal Gear, you could have picked a lot of people
The
from
series
that
is crazy.
in the whole series. But yeah, and what else? Okay, I think I've caught up on chat. If you want to bring us back to our normal, yes, here we are back in full
Here we are,
form.
normal size.
It's our
Hey,
normal thing.
I wish
Guys,
I had confetti.
if you haven't yet, follow us by clicking the heart at the bottom of the screen. When we get to 50, will be our next game giveaway. And this evening, I'll probably play some more Zelda, or maybe some. No, it'll be Zelda because I got to finish it. But we may do some more streaming. You can also check out Gutter Nerds at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, especially YouTube. Especially. My name is Steven.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Shark.
I'm still Chuck.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, love you now. Bye-bye.